So, my boy. Are you a big boy? Come on, come on. Great. Well, you know, that's really super, Cookie. Yes, good boy. Good boy. You did so well. Excellent. Really excellent. Yes, careful. Super. You're doing great. Well done. Super. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. That's absolutely super. Really, really great. So, there we go.
Ariana's stepping up the calmness training from last time, this time with a passing motorcycle. A typical situation that you can encounter in road traffic at any time. Coogie already knows the sound from the day before. In his paddock, the passing motorcycle didn't bother him. Now, with a rider in the arena, he looks a bit different.
There we go. Great. Super. Yes, there we go. That's a good boy. You're still a bit scared of it, aren't you? Yes, I can tell. So, super. Good boy. Yes, then come over here. And trot. Oh, what's going on here? And trot. What's going on here, big boy? Let's start over from the beginning. So let's start over from the beginning. And now, let's trot. So super, my big boy. Yes, indeed. You're really doing great right now.
After a short warm-up period, Coogie's already chewing. The previous training with the tractor seems to have already sensitized him, an important building block in Coogie's drilling. After all, he is supposed to teach other horses later on how to stay calm and relaxed in stressful situations.
Let's call it a day for now. Yes, so, Safari. Do you want to take a quick look, huh? Come on, let's go forward. Yes, good boy. Are you a good boy?
Keep him moving. That was probably a bit too much.
Yes, that's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
It's quite remarkable how quickly Google relaxes again and focuses on Ariane. Google has made huge progress over the last 2 weeks, hardly ever balks anymore, and is gaining more and more trust in his rider.
Yes, you're being good now, aren't you? Yes, good. Good boy, big guy. Good boy. Great. There. Good boy. Great job there, big guy. You did it, buddy.
Google has only been at Eicheneck Farm for about 3 months now. And since then, he's evolved from an aggressive problem horse that fought his rider into a magnificent and impressive gelding who can once again joyfully grow with every task.
There. Well, okay. Great. So nice. That's it. That's it. That's it. Like that? Yeah? Good. Look at that. Yes. Look at that. Look at that, big guy. Look at that. Yes. Look at that. Shall we go over there? Yes. Very good. Yes. That's all it is, right? Look, the helmet. Wait, I'm coming. Let him take his time. You can use a break anyway. Look at that. Great. Super, right? Wait, I have more. I have one too. Look at that. He's totally wired. And as soon as it gets louder, he gets stiff as a board. Should I have him step aside? He needs to settle down again once the engine is on. Exactly, when the engine is on, right? Come here. And whoa. Wow. Yes, oh, look there, lots of treats. Go on, go on, go on. Yes, come on. Go on, be brave. Oh, good boy. Super. Well done. Good. Careful. Not great. Good boy. Look at that. Yes. Oh. Good boy. Look at that. Lump? What? Well? 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 There. Well? Good boy. Yeah. Well? We had a motocross rider here just to get Google used to loud noises, and nothing is louder than that, I think. Yeah, and I couldn't really keep my mouth shut and said that on a motorcycle, you just have to sit there and twist the throttle. It's a bit different on a horse, because riding is actually really exhausting. Yeah, and now I'm in a real mess. Now I have to ride 3 laps on the cross trail on a motorcycle without putting my foot down once. Without falling off, obviously. Can I do it? Then Google's stable will be mucked out for a week by the motocross rider. Yeah, this is the thing. And I used to think that I always wore really heavy protective gear when riding, with my inflatable vest and everything. But this here is just on a whole other level. There are literally protectors everywhere. This is a weird neck piece, so that if I fall, my head can't snap to the side, or my neck can't overextend backwards and stuff. I've got some serious shin guards here, too. I thought you just sat on it. Yeah, well, I have to say, my riding helmet is more comfortable and much airier than this thing. But I guess it's necessary. You're supposed to kick it down with real force. Force? Hey, with pleasure. Holy cow. I put my foot down here, right now. Okay.
So much for mucking out the stalls. To be fair, Ariane was given 10 seconds to get it started again and keep on riding.
Now. So I don't know how long I've been riding now, but I think the sweat is already running down under my helmet. My hands hurt. The palms of my hands too, I think. I don't get that when I'm riding a horse. Where's the off switch? Here. There. Yeah, so I feel pretty worn out. I'm amazed at how many parallels there are to riding. I mean, when you're cornering, it's really just like when you're riding a horse. I push into my outer waist, don't let the tension through, and basically move away from my tension. The outer knee, just like with a horse, you really have to press it against it. And the lower leg, so that the motorcycle actually goes there and leans into it. It's really incredible. But what's really crazy, where I think you learn to be independent of your hands, is on a machine like this. A horse forgives my mistakes if I'm ever too stiff or something like that. Not this thing. If I really just stayed stiff here for even a moment, then I either did a full-on jump forward because, whoosh, I twisted the throttle with it, or the front wheel just keeps going straight ahead, even though I'm turning, because I just held on too tight. That's totally insane. Yeah, so it's incredibly exhausting. I think for me, it's even more exhausting than riding a horse, because I do that every day. This is obviously something completely different. You approach it with a different kind of tension. But it's definitely fun. Once the fear has faded away a little bit. But yeah, I think I'll push this thing over there, because kick-starting it again, I mean it. It's way too exhausting to kick that down. I'm pushing. I lead my horse to the stable too.
Oh boy.
But it's not much easier either. Oh no. Yeah, now here on the trail, Googie already knows it, but he's got his eyes and ears everywhere. He often hesitates, doesn't really want to go down a certain path, but then he does it. Yeah, and it's just training that just simply have to keep doing. And right now, for example, here's our simulated alleyway. When it's windy, the flag over here is really waving. Here's the fluttering tape. You often encounter this in the field, or when you have to ride through a village, or something like that. It would be useful if a horse isn't necessarily so afraid of it. Very nice. So what I really notice here time and again is that Googie is really getting more relaxed on the trail with every lap. And especially when I trot him lap after lap, which I'll do in a bit, then he really gets into top form. So let's see what else we have here. Ah, yes, the mattress. I'm just gonna try to steer him towards it. From the other side, I think. Let's see what happens. A mattress naturally tempts them to go over it with a huge jump. So whoever tries that should keep their legs a bit tighter than usual as a precaution. So let's take a look. Okay, very well done. Great. Super, Googie. That was great, wasn't it? Great. You did a great job. Yeah, it's totally crazy. And he really just goes over everything with me. Right, Googie? Oh, look back there. Happy's coming at a gallop, I think. Yes? No? At a trot. Yeah, we'll do that in a bit, too. That's nice. Great. Look, let's go again. Maybe that was just a one-time fluke. Great. Super. Excellent. Great. So, Gugs, what do you say? Shall we also do our rounds here at a trot? So the tractor's still running. I'll inevitably pass by it when I trot the big loop. The wild geese are waiting for us back out with their goslings. I just saw them. And anyone who has ever tried to get past wild geese that have goslings, that's really difficult. So it might be that I just come back again. So, and trot. So I'll let him go long first. Then he'll go like a stargazer again. Oh, fine. You're doing great. Great. Oh, Happy has a really good brisk trot. That's good, because I'm simply forbidden Google from starting to gallop. Fine, and so he naturally has to step out properly. No. So that's very nice, of course. He's very eager to go. I'm happy about that. Fine, super. So, and here we come to the next obedience test. Other horse is faster. So he's fine. He has to learn. Right, he's part of the herd now. Good, that's how you do it. So I'm approaching the tractor. Fine, hee, don't tense up, big guy. Fine. Great, super. So, So my task now is simply, no matter how, to keep him at a trot here so that he doesn't follow after. And I'll just trot until he doesn't care anymore. Yes, well done. Good job. So, and he can trot quite briskly. I'm trying to have very little contact out here on the reins. It doesn't matter if he's running with his head up now. The main thing is that he's moving along diligently. Fine. Yes, now he's already easing up. So here he'll start to gallop again in a moment. So, but it's not at all because he absolutely wants to follow, but because it goes downhill a bit there. And he just can't keep his balance at all when going downhill. Good boy, big guy. Yeah, stay like that. Come on. Yeah, there. Strange. Now he's always sticking up the left lead. What's here on the cross trail is also like this. What already works great in the arena, like the transition back to the walk, without doing much with his mouth up front. Doing that here is obviously a completely different story. Here, there are external stimuli, variety, distractions. That's it. No. Come here. There. Yeah, indeed. Great. Super, big guy. So, and what you can do really well here is we have such a nice circle here. Fine. Good boy. There. So, and here too, he has to come forward nicely. Not curl up, which he's still doing. Very well done. Great. So good. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. That way leads to the arena and the stable. You can clearly see that. Right, Goody? That's a good boy. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. First, inside leg. Keep going. Good, good. Come on, canter. So what we want to do here is, first of all, canter right here in this spot, okay? We want to make sure we start cantering here, first of all, right here. Now he has to learn to yield to the outside leg so that I can go around here. I'm doing it exactly like that. For whoever asked about it, checked it off, looked at it with spurs. I'm using my outside leg slightly as a garden aid, telling him. There's a wall here, he won't go through. If he goes through there, he'll get a little nudge with the spur until he goes in. Good. Great. And good. Well done. Great. Big guy. Yeah, I have my little trainer standing right here next to me. Well, I mean, little, if you take a look at her. Tan and, well, me. Then it's not really that little anymore. Yeah, and Victoria handed me a note this morning listing all the things that she would like to learn. And if she does all that with Googie, then I'll have a top-trained horse afterwards, and I'm curious how long it'll take. Victoria, what exactly was on your list?
Well, I wished for the more advanced lessons, so to speak, like flying changes, piaffe, pirouettes, and just everything possible, that comes up in S-level dressage. And I'm trying that with Goody.
Well, it's going to be a really tough job for me, for Googie, and I think for Vicky too. And what's currently overlapping a bit with my goal are actually the flying lead changes, because Goody is still holding himself a bit stiffly. And for the flying changes, he should actually be jumping forward nice and fresh. And I'm hoping that when we start with the flying changes, he'll also become a bit more mobile and flexible in his hindquarters. And that's what we actually want to start with today. Let's see how far we get. Whether we jump the first flying change today or if it really just stays at the preliminary work. So, Vicky, before you mount, you really always have to keep in mind that every day can be different with Googie, right? Just because it worked yesterday doesn't mean it's always the same. And he also always reacts differently to certain aids, Sometimes he's very sluggish, sometimes he's very quick.
Now mount up.
Okay.
Right. And it's always important that you first feel out at a walk how he's doing today. Is he quick today? Is he more sluggish today? So, and what's happening right now is he's a bit more spooky than before, than at first. Well, I'm at least glad that I can walk around here in short clothes because it's extremely worn. So come here, Googie. Let's straighten your nose bound. So, and you'll be nice to Vicky, right? Okay. You've got something crazy planned today. So, did like that? Yes, did. Remember, always keep spurs away from the horse, right? Come on, Ruggs. Only use them if you need them. Fine. Look at that. He went onto the riding arena without me going first. Fine. Great, right? Great job, Ruggs. So. And I always use this phase of walking to get a bit of a feel. How is he moving, and to warm up my own muscles. You can also stay up here in the shade for a bit. You can also keep riding over the plank that we have lying there so that he gets used to it, coming from straight ahead, of course. So, and keep your distance from the cameraman and me. Yes. So, what I would have done with them now is that I would only give my walking aids very lightly. Do you know how to drive at a walk? Yes. How do you think you drive correctly at a walk? When the horse's right shoulder moves forward, the right front leg, then your left leg swings against his belly. And when the horse's left shoulder moves forward, so the left front leg, then you drive with your right leg, for example, when operating the pedals. So it's always the opposite side. Okay. Oh, now he's already 3 hoof widths over. So, and stay nice and tall.
It feels like he's about to stop.
Stay nice and tall, very tall. Yes, watch out. And now I don't want you to have to kick or poke every step out of him. Instead, I want him to maintain a pace on his own. So that means you just do it very lightly. It's like a pendulum, right? His belly goes right and left, and that's how your legs go back and forth too. So, and I want you to drive him just a little bit with your boot. Just a tiny bit. If he doesn't react, use the spur once. A bit harder. Wake him up. That's how he should go. And now you stop with the spur again. And as soon as he falls asleep, you'll wake him up again. First, you say nicely, hey, listen to my leg. If he doesn't react to that, you warn him again. The hard part is noticing when he's fallen asleep. Wake him up again so that he's walking briskly again. Go on, yes, like I. And now feel how much your pelvis moves back and forth. You can. Then you'll notice that when you have to push less, the walk becomes lazier or more sluggish because he's not pushing as much anymore. That's a sign for you that, oh, I need to wake him up again. So, and then give him some praise so he really gets that feedback. So, understood?
Yes.
He should be walking on his own.
Easy.
Your job is to make sure to pay attention. As soon as a millimeter changes, immediately say, hey.
Yes.
You're supposed to walk. And praise him too. He reacted great just now, didn't he? Super. So you can do exactly the same thing in trot and in canter. Good. Give him some praise.
Great. He's stayed consistent now.
Yes, really good. So what's difficult now is for you to take up the reins without him resisting. That means you have to get that delicate touch again to take him up without him noticing. And then you'll find that he immediately slows down. So that means you have to tell him, I'm taking up the reins, and you should lower your head a bit, but don't slow down. I want you to keep maintaining your automatic tempo. Keep your fist position nicely upwards. Right, so it's always like this. The walk is super good. Go ahead and praise him every now and then.
Good boy.
Good, and always change hands just like you usually do, and keep your fists up. Right, and you have to remember the hand changes with them. The inside hand creeps in, the outside hand creeps out a bit, so he can actually turn. So, and then you can always try out what happens if you keep riding like that, but move your hands forward millimeter by millimeter. Whether he comes up then or whether he chews even deeper. To loosen up again, ignore the plank for now and just ride him here so that he leans nicely into your hand again. Exactly. Great. So that looks good. Don't come so close to us here, please. And you have to think about the collection again. But you're not collecting them, you're using your seat for it though. Exactly like that. Yes, when you sit deep, you're thinking about the transition down. And really give him your seat and say, look, stay right here under my seat. Don't you run away from me. Yes, stay right here under my seat. I'll show you where my seat is every single time that I sit down. Very good. Getting better? Yeah. Good job. And on this hand, exactly. You flex him, always keep checking your outside hand. Yes, great. Super. Maybe you can manage to help him out a bit by letting him go at this working tempo, because that's what we want. And you try to flex him a little bit towards the outside. Flex him a bit to the inside so he learns, hey man, I can go with such swing and I can still move my neck. So that is a really nice trot now. So, and now try to loosen him up in the front. Do a little bit of gymnastics. You can do it. So if you want him to flex more now, then I'm gonna poke you in your right waist. I'm poking you right there. You take the inside rein a little bit to the side, like so and so. Super, give him praise. Great. You mustn't move forward before he gives in. Yes, look at that. Give him a pat. Great. Getting better? Yeah. Look at that. Take a break at the walk. Super job. At the walk, you always let him out a bit longer. Forward. Super job. Very good walk. At the walk, you always let them out a bit longer, but you still do the same work. Have you gotten a bit of a feel for his mouth up front?
Yeah.
Why? Then I would say, let's do the same thing at the canter. Wow. But it's important to me today that you really prioritize keeping your heels away from the horse, because he's lively today, as you can tell. He's working hard. And if you then, of course, still motivate him a bit with the spur, then it might get a little bit too fast.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can choose a hand if you want to transition into a canter from the walk. You have to really concentrate on staying tall, on staying back with your back and not falling forward. All right, great. Give him a pat. Super, great. Now do the exact same thing at a canter. Just accept the canter he's offering you and start by getting them loosened up. A little bit to the outside first, then a little bit to the inside. Super. Then on the long sides, you can lengthen the canter strides a bit, just like last time. That looks great. Super. Stay steady. Lean back into your own seat. Support yourself. Yes, like that. Great. Lean back. Very good. All right. And you'd like to work towards flying changes, which means you'll keep changing across the whole arena, but when you turn off the track, you'll transition him down. To a walk, take 5, 6, 7 walking steps, and then canter off on the new lead when you reach the track. The path to get there is tough because you need to have him relaxed again and focused and keeping him forward. Okay, all right. And when you want to transition to a walk, think about collection and go. Yes, great. Super. Next time you transition, Vicky, I want you to try to beat a walk immediately. Praise him.
Well done. That was great. You did an excellent job.
All right. What do you think you need to do so he lands in a walk and not a trot?
Hold on to him, please.
You can try that in a moment. Yes. That means tightening your core even more. Super, praise him, great. So that means you have to give half halts so he starts to wait. Sit. All right. Praise him well. Don't forget to praise him. That was a very good canter departure just now. Try to stay back nicely. Super job. Great.
Good boy.
Great. Now just stay on this lead and incorporate the cone, the PLA. You heard me, right? It's okay. Now, when you canter off to the right in a moment, please please keep your hands there, okay? Keep your upper body back. And then stay on this lead. Don't change leads. Okay. Okay. And incorporate the plank. Yes, praise them. Excellent. Super. So now think carefully about your spurs. He should stay exactly like that. Keep your hands relaxed. Relaxed. Super job.
Look at her.
Great. So can you imagine why we're cantering over the plank? But that has to do with flying changes.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me.
Well, if you include the plank now and then and later on as well, it's totally okay. I really wasn't paying much attention at all. Go ahead, whenever you're ready.
Ahead, just walk for a moment.
Later, jumping over the cross. Then you can incorporate the flying change over the jump. So you approach the jump, and over the jump, for example, if you're coming from the right, you position him to the left.
Okay. Why should that be easier over the jump than just doing it normally?
Because then they're already in the suspension phase. And then they can change leads better because it's longer.
Okay. Cool, look at everything you know. And
Forward.
okay, let's do it again.
Forward.
Try, when you go over the plank, to also push your hand forward a bit. Very well done. Great. Great, Vicky. So your butt cheeks are melting again. You massage him very lightly in the front and forward. So your hand, you didn't move it forward.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It's also always a bit of a question of courage.
Yeah, because you don't know. I've never jumped with Googie before. Well, he doesn't really jump.
Super job. Good boy. But
You kind of have to overcome a little hurdle. You don't know if Googie will bolt after the jump.
so do it one more time and then you change hands. And did your hand move forward?
No.
Keep your hands up. If you plan to change a hand or a transition, it must always be 100% prepared. Because your horse never knows when to do it right and when he's allowed to run out.
Yes, good boy.
Great. So, and then you do that from this side too. And I think if you engage your seat well and really give him your butt, then he won't bolt after the plank either. Because you can already collect him.
Look,
Super.
is jumping over the cross.
What did your hand do?
I didn't move forward.
As seedy. So that's obviously bad. Because then he can't do a flying lead change. Because then the hind legs can't step forward. That means you have to move your hand forward a bit. Yes, great.
Great.
Do it one more time. Moving forward was super. For my taste, you pulled them back a little. Too hard again. No, you're sneaking in a bit. Yes, great. So how does it look? Do you dare to ride up to the cross?
Yes.
But I want you to stabilize your legs nicely. Yes, because you don't know how high he'll jump over it.
Yes.
And praise him well, okay? You can also give him a treat every now and then if he's done particularly well, right? Then he's always very motivated to do it again.
Welcome.
So, and I want you to stay back with your upper body so that if you were to stop, you don't go over the handlebars in front. Yes, that was very good. Super. Relax your seat. Well, he knows the cross a bit from the lunge line too, right?
Yes.
So I don't think he'll stop. Remember to move your hand forward. Very well done.
It's all good, Gucky.
He's already done the flying lead challenge. So stay calm, give him some praise. Well, he did that well. So, and Gookie just has to learn to look.
Yes, like that.
Do it again. So, great. Looks good like that. Look, now you're controlling him a bit. Now it fits. Very good. So the only thing I'd like you to do now is to keep the spurs away over the jump. Okay?
Yes.
Good. It's a bit of seat training for you too. So heels away, heels away. Yeah, great. Give him some praise.
That's great.
So then you incorporate a change of hand and do the whole thing from the other side. Fine.
Great.
Let the reins out a bit longer right away so that he can move forward diligently.
That's a good boy.
Super. How does that feel?
That feels really good. Only what I noticed, where you then also corrected me with the spurs.
Yes.
Come forward.
No, praise him in between, because this is something completely new for him. So here, well, I don't know if he's ever jumped over a cross before.
Okay.
With a rider. He wanted to.
Great.
Great. Keep your fists up.
I'll take the plank as an entry jump, and then I'll head for the cross.
Yes, good. Okay. So what did you think about when you...
Heels away from the horse.
Very good. So keep your fists forward. Don't tense up.
Relax, relax, relax.
Super job. Great.
But I didn't move my hand forward.
So, and please remember after the cross to continue to the left. No, you have to tell him that you want to continue to the left. Good. Super. Great. Go ahead and do it again. Great. So, and then you'll go over the cross one more time. So, and you have to feel it. Sometimes he blocks in the canter and wants to slow down. Now it's getting wide or tight. So watch out that he doesn't slow down. He does that sometimes. So, and now you slow. Go ahead and do it once more, and then you slow down. Good. Super job. So now we'll try. Go ahead and let it out a bit.
Uh-huh.
So now let's try our experiment. Meaning, on which hand do you feel he can canter better?
On the right.
He can canter better on the right hand. So the change to the right will be easier for him.
That.
So, you try,
Okay. Yes.
to approach the cross at a canter, but not straight. But you move toward the center just a tiny bit diagonally rather than heading straight in. And start right here. Look, start shifting your weight to the new hand. Shift your weight and adjust slightly. And when he's about to jump or just before the jump, you already give the new canter aid. So, it's important that you're really adjusting before the jump. And right before the jump, imagine you're starting a right canter from a walk. So now you do it the other way around. Aha, good. Give him some praise.
Good boy.
He hasn't managed it yet. Yeah, super. Trot now. Keep your legs nice and still. Super. So now, let's see if we can do a flying lead change. Let's just set that as our O. At a walk, please move your hand forward, Vicky. We'll just give ourselves 5 attempts. Okay? If he doesn't switch leads in those 5 tries, we'll continue tomorrow.
Fine, good.
So it's important that somehow before the jump, you start to get through and want to canter to the right. Right. Almost. Keep it calm. Don't speed up. So that fits well. Yes. Super.
Great job, Guts.
Yes, great.
Good boy, Gundi.
Excellent. I think that's enough, right?
Yes.
Let him trot a bit more.
Okay.
Super job.
Great job, Gug.
Great. Well done. Watch out that he doesn't get too low. That his head doesn't get too low, because they sometimes stumble then.
Super.
Great job. Yeah, give him a scratch.
Good boy.
Canter into the trot. Don't pull your hand back, but yeah, great. Now let him trot a bit more, but please not too low. Keep trotting him. So, and still maintain your seat and loosen him up a bit in the front. So, look at that. Super. Would you have thought that? See, now you walk. Perfectly done.
So wait a second, Gugs.
Well, just walk for now so he doesn't have to breathe so hard.
Super. Great.
Come here, Doug.
Quitting time.
Yeah, those two. I really wouldn't have thought we'd manage a fly-in lead change today. Really great. I also don't know if Googie has ever jumped over a cross rail with a rider before. Right, but he did it really well. And Vicky too. And we managed one. Let's see how long it takes until we can do the whole thing without a cavaletti. And then in both directions too. That's our goal now, of course. Right?
Yeah, I'm also super amazed that it worked so well just now. Right on the second try. Approached once, didn't work, tried again, and then it worked right away. Yuki has really earned his break now. I think I'll hose him down again in a bit. He'll get a nice foam massage, and then Googie's done for the day.
To finish up, Vicky's allowed to go for one more walk and lap alone on the cross-country course. The first time since Google froze up with her at the pond and Ariane had to take over. I wonder if this is a good idea now.
It's okay, Gox. Yeah, Google gets spooked sometimes, right? Gox, Dox.
Come.
They're the beasts. Come on, Gax. Come on, Dax. Just be a good boy.
Now we're coming to the spot where nothing worked last time.
Forward. That's a good boy. Forward. Forward. No, right? The little one can hold her own too.
If you don't behave yourself, you'll just have to go for another round.
Yeah, so this is the first time I've gone back out on the cross-country course after my little mishap. And that I can already canter now, I really wouldn't have thought that. And he didn't want to at first, as you could see. So he was drifting sideways the whole time and stuff. He didn't want to go that way. Then I motivated him a bit with the spur. Then he did go along there. I gave him another pat. Then I started to trot. And then cantered the next lap. It was really, really good. Come on, Gugs, we're done for the day.
Yes, Googie's getting a nice cold shower. It's really warm, and communication with the horses is actually going quite well. Where it's not quite working yet is with Victoria, I have to be honest. Because it was agreed that she would do a walk-in lap to relax. That she then comes sweeping around the corner at a canter. It was somehow just, well, kids, right?